Hello, welcome back to the second part of our pile driving tutorial, where we have just completed drawing our model and our pile. So we are going to go now to develop our mesh. So if you go under generate mesh, you're going to do a coarse mesh. As the calculation time is a bit faster with the coarse mesh, but you can still do a fine mesh, but just bear in mind that it's going to be a bit longer. Let's view our mesh. Agree. That's our mesh. So we close. Under flow condition, we don't have any flow. We know that our flow is we are going to assume that there's no water on soil. So go under start construction. We are going to now construct our model. So initially, Plastic select initial model. So we're going to click here, initial face. Sorry. So we're going to click to add a face. If you double click there, it's a plastic and stack construction, which is fine. So we're going to leave it as it is said. So under that first phase, I'm going to activate our interface. So when you I click on this first interface, come down the left hand side. On that negative interface, I'm going to click on the box that is to activate it. Go on the other side and I will click there to activate it. So I've activated my interface. On the next phase now, I'm going to do our dynamic construction. So if you go on the calculation phase, where it's a plastic, click there and select dynamic. I'm going to take a dynamic time of 0.01 and I will reset the displacement to 0. So basically at the end of this calculation, the load will go back to 0 and will only be half of the load, dynamic load that's going to be applied. So under that, I'll click the load, go under dynamic here. So I pre-entered already. So I enter a value of amplitude of 5,000, frequency of 50. That will be for our dynamic load. So I will click on line load here just at the bottom to activate our load now. So our load is being activated, shows as blue. Our interface activated as green. I'll add another phase here, phase 3. Double click on it. Change from plastic to dynamic. The dynamic, I will use a time of 0.19 this time. I'm not going to set any time to 0 because this will be the last phase I'm going to be using. I'll click OK. Under my phase 3, I want to activate my load. So my line load is activated because when I click add a new phase, I was from phase 2, so you just activate that. So now let's make sure we have everything to place. We have our pile is here. Just make sure all the properties. If I click in the middle, that is our pile here. That is our clay, our sand. So everything is where it should be. Our load is being activated. Select point for the curve. Now, we want to select points at the top of our pile. So you can't see anything here because you know our pile is somewhere here. So to see more clearly, zoom. Just keep holding on the small hole on your mouse. Just zoom it. Keep dragging. I want to go at the top of the pile. I want to be too far. There we go. So I want to select point A here and point there. One in the middle. I should do like that. Now I want to select also at the bottom. But you don't have to if you don't need that. So I've done top and bottom update. Now you can calculate the model. Remember all these phases from 1 to 3, they are you call them construction phases. So you can arrange each of the phases depending on how you want to construct your model. If excavation, we are going to do our next model, retaining what excavation we do as excavate each layer. So the phases represent your construction phase or what happens at each stage. So our progress, calculation phase progress is shown here. So that's how much is left on the calculation. So hopefully anytime soon. Okay, now it's complete. So let's go on view our result. Okay, that is our phase 3 automatically because that was the last phase selected. So that's what happened to our solar phase 3. You can zoom it to have a bit more clearly. You can see how that load is pushing that our pile into our sand. Now let's plot the graph. Go on that curve manager. I'll delete this web done previously. Now go on the select point A. You can select any points at the points that we selected for the curve at the top and bottom of the pile. So go on that point A. Let's take a deformation. This is our UI, and take our dynamic time. So that is just hire something because I'm using two screen to use the software. So that is our graph. So let's edit it. Go under format settings, phases to show phase 3 only. So I want to show phase 3. Now I want to switch my axis. So go on that chart. If you remember, it's change axis. There you go. So sometimes what you can do is play around with the axis. You can see this graph only starts somewhere around here, like 0.01. So let me say I want to change my time, dynamic time, to start from 0.01. You can do that to move to kind of fix your axis up a bit. Yeah, so you can leave it as it is. So that's the graph. It looks okay. Can see that towards the end after 0.2, maybe if we put the dynamic time of 0.3 or 4, maybe towards the end the curve will have just been cancelling. I will expect it to go like this, and then at the end just start going like a straight line, constant. Let's try to do at the bottom of the panel. See, we save that. Let's do one at the bottom. Let's pick E for instance. I need to do that one. So yeah, it will give you something similar also. So you want to go to format, dynamic, phases. Let's show that phase only. So it gives exactly the same. So I'm not going to bother changing the axis to exactly the same. So that marks the end of this example. And you can go here, you can play around with things, see how everything plays out, each phases. Oh, phase 1, see what has happened. Phase 1, we only done the interface. See what just happened, just like the clay pushing it, is pushing it down. So basically, see what all gives you here. Here we only have a dynamic load of 0.01. Apologies, we'll go back to 1 again. So we'll go back to 2. Here, that's by how much the diamond I push this pile down. Here. So this marks the end. This just shows you how done pile. This same example can be applied for group piles, where I will know, let's say if I have a space of 0.2, so I will add other piles here and do dynamic load for the same procedure for group piles. This is just for single pile. So this marks the end of this tutorial.